You tend towards more traditional figurative art, I see. Very well. There's still hope for your taste to expand in due time. Oops, I feel like I disappointed her somehow. So much that she's not even in color anymore. Hey guys, Bijuu Mike here. Today we are back with some more Romance Detective. Now, we played the first one, and apparently there's a second one, and a lot of you guys have requested that I do a playthrough on the second one. Now, these games are just adorable. They're so totes adorbs and very cute. So, let's see how cute this one is. I'm sure it's gonna be just as good. I really love the bright art style, and of course, the duo to die for. Anyway, let's start it up. Hello, you're about to play Romance Detective 2, an unfinished visual novel that has been in development for about 22 months, during which the time I had released 6 other short games in its stead. The story is complete aside from a very few scenes left unwritten, and you'll see a lot of sketches in place of final art. It's at least presentable and a satisfying experience despite lacking polish. Well, at least the story's done. That's what I really care about. Okay, so it looks like the creator just basically wasn't happy doing this game. The person that their partner, I guess they either broke up or they just weren't friends anymore. One or the other. It's okay, I'll still play it. Hey detective, do you know why I brought you here today? If you mean to say there was a reason other than to appreciate the beautiful works of the art displayed on these walls, then no, I am not aware of what might be. I'll give you a hint. Guess what today is? Oh, now that you mention it, this is where we first met 1 month ago. Again, guys, if this doesn't make sense to you, you gotta watch the first one, okay? I'll try to link it above. That's right, it's like an anniversary date. You've certainly grown into your romance title. I'm honored to hear that from the lovely Romance Detective. Did you plan on the rose-themed exhibit being featured as well? No, that was actually an unfortunate coincidence. Unfortunate? How dare you talk about roses like that? Yeah, I mean, roses have been kind of ruined for me since that case. Yeah, where the roses basically cause everyone to turn against us. Yeah, I remember that. They are bittersweet, I suppose. How so? While they certainly cause a great deal of trouble, we might not have met otherwise. I've never thought of it that way before. I guess that makes this a romantic coincidence. Indeed it does. Let's take a closer look at this art. We gotta have the full experience. Oh, click on things to investigate them. Okay. Oh, it's the vase. Vase. It's vase. That's what I say, but I think it's vase. That's like the most proper way of saying it. This is the same vase from the first assignment together, isn't it? Who could forget? It's one of a kind. Looking at it now, I almost want to take it home as a keepsake, even despite its gaudy appearance. It's definitely grown on me. Let's investigate this, whatever that is. I want to save taking a leaflet for last. I should at least look around with the detective a little bit before we move on. Okay, let's look at these pictures. Okay, let's just look at them. I mean, there's nothing really on them. They're all just scribbles, but okay. You know, maybe it's rude to say this, but it doesn't look like much effort was put into some of these. It kind of confirmed what I just said, right? Is it just me, or does this whole scene reminds me of Eve, the game Eve? And especially when I look at that eye, it definitely reminds me of that game. Awesome game, by the way. Look closer, you can feel a unique energy coming from each brush stroke. Do you see how the paint has been layered in some places more than others? Yeah, but more paint doesn't necessarily mean more effort. These ones are just blobs of color. Romance cop. It may be true that a skilled artist's work will often seem effortless. However, it can take years of practice to be able to create such evocative works as these. Sure, but they're so messy compared to that big one behind us. It just feels to me like the artist just got lazy. You tend towards more traditional figurative art, I see. Very well. There's still hope for your taste to expand in due time. Oops, I feel like I disappointed her somehow. So much that she's not even in color anymore. Let me guess, red is your favorite color. I suppose it's crimson to be specific. It's very alluring. No wonder you'd be drawn to roses, huh? I mean, aside from being named after them, roses are a symbol of romance and beauty. I'd always admire them as such, though now I no longer feel the need to carry one with me as proof as my devotion to romance. But I thought it was so funny how she always had a rose, and she said she was born, like actually born with a rose in her mouth. Which, that would hurt, okay? I'm not a girl, but that hurt. Yeah, you're beautiful without the help of any silly flower. You're turning your favorite color. Now, enough of that. I think that's it. That's everything, right? Let's do this. Oh, you picked up a leaflet to take home. Sweet. So, after this, I was thinking we could go to... Come in, Romance Cop. Oh, it's the Chief. It could be urgent. Romance Cop and Romance Detective here. Do you need us for something, Chief? Sorry, I know you're off duty today, but I've got a few things that need taken care of. Things have been unusually busy lately, so you're the only ones I can count on. Could it be crimes against romance? Go ahead, Chief, we're listening. First and foremost, it seems like a punk teenager went on a vandalism spree and ruined some school property among other things. I want you two to investigate. Wouldn't that fall under the school resource officer's jurisdiction? What? Why would a middle school need something like that? I thought every school had its own police officer, at least the ones I went to did. I guess it's different in Love Bloom. Is that the town? Love Bloom? I love it. I love it. Romance Cop, what kind of city did you come from? A normal one? That aside, just head over to Snapdragon Middle School. The vice principal will fill you in on the details. I love all the names of this town. Oh, and one other thing. We've got an escaped convict on the loose. Everything's just going crazy out there. An escaped what? Shouldn't you have brought that one up first? He isn't dangerous, I don't think. But we should probably find the guy, so drop by when you can, and I'll show you his mugshot so you know what to look for. Understood, thank you, Chief. Everyone's priorities in this town screwed up, okay? No problem. Always happy to have the romance duo on the case. Please don't call us that. Don't be shy, Romance Cop. See you two later. I'm not the shy one. Now then, what were you about to say before the Chief called us? Just that I wanted to go to the park after this, but now it looks like we'll be busy. Worry not, Romance Cop. I'm sure we will have plenty of future opportunities to spend our quiet, peaceful days at the park. Is this really okay with you? We were supposed to have the whole day off. Whether we're on the job or not, what truly matters is our time spent together. Aww, Detective. What? I mean, it's nothing to fret over. Our city needs us. Agreed. Alrighty then. Let's decide what to do first. The vandalism case or the escaped convict? Why is that even a question? Oh, and to address what she said before about the whole, like, cop being on campus, at my school we did, I think, have a cop. It wasn't that bad that we really needed one, but we did have one, and there's also security guards. I'm sure schools at least have that, a lot of them. Okay, let's go to Love Bloom Police Station. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, I want more info on whoever broke out of our little jail. I just can't imagine why the Chief was so calm about it. I'm curious as to what kind of criminal we're dealing with. If he was able to escape, it's possible he's a professional. Our jail is always so empty. I'm surprised there was anyone in there to break out in the first place. Anyway, let's go, guys. Oh god, here we go. It's the Chief. I totally forgot. Like, it's all coming back to me now. You ladies got here fast. Couldn't expect anything less from my two favorite members of the force. I must remind you, I do not qualify as an official member. However, the sentiment is appreciated. Oh, that's right. She's like not even a real detective, right? How does she... This is not how life works. Chief, I have to ask. Why are you wearing an eye patch? It's Chief with eye patch. Is today some kind of pirate-themed holiday that I don't know about? Oh, this? Lost my eye. No big deal. What? Are you okay? Lighten up, Romance Cop. I was joking. Just got a little banged up last night, you know, by our jailbreaker friend. Did he punch you out during his escape? Oh, no. Nothing like that. He slipped out so quietly, no one even noticed he was missing until this morning. The eye patch is from what got him arrested in the first place. Can you please tell us the whole story from the beginning? The way you've been explaining this feels like you're trying to give me a heart attack. It appears Romance Cop has not yet grown accustomed to your peculiar. Guys, comment peculiar in the comments. Your peculiar sense of humor. Chief, please go easy on her in the future. Yeah, sorry about that. You shouldn't worry about me though. I'm extremely robust for my size. Anyway, we'll start here. This is our guy. Oh man, he's very detailed. The Chief hands you a copy of the mugshot. I told him we didn't really need to bother with photos since he wasn't really being arrested, but he's very insistent that we follow proper procedure. Why would anyone want to go through all of this? He's like, take me to jail. Please take me to jail. So what happened was, we were both at the sports bar to watch the game, right? And I happened to be sitting next to him. It was an intense game, so of course, when our team scored, the whole bar got really worked up. So suddenly, an elbow got me right in the eye. He got a pretty good hit on me, and I stumbled backwards into some chairs. It must have looked a lot worse than it felt because there was a whole crowd of people surrounding me as asking if I was alright. And this guy, our perp, was all in my face apologizing over and over, and I kept telling him it wasn't his fault and that I was totally fine, but he wasn't having it. Then I guess someone shouted something like, hey, that's the Chief of Police, you just got assaulted, bro, which really only made the guy even more panicked. Things escalated and he ended up on his knees begging for me to lock him up for the night so he could make up for what happened. It was pretty ridiculous. Even though everyone there agreed it was clearly an accident, he just wouldn't let it go. The only way the night was gonna... Whoops, sorry. The only way that the night was gonna end was with me taking him to jail. So I did what I had to and arrested the guy. The ends. So then I don't get it. Why did he break out? Who knows? Change of heart? But what if that was a real convict? Then what would you do? What is wrong with these people? It's honestly a wonder that this town is so safe. They say their jails are always empty, but they don't even care. They let people come and go. I understand why we must capture this man without spending his full night in jail. He can never atone for his mistake. Well, like I said, I never held it against him in the first place, but he shouldn't have made such a big deal out of it if he wasn't gonna follow through all the way. That's true. That is very true. What a strange guy. As soon as we find him, I'm demanding an explanation. Let me know what goes on. I'm here if you have any other questions. Thank you, Chief. Oh, hold on. Before we go, I wanted to change it to my uniform. You know, I'm really glad I paired you two up. That girl was so uptight when she first got here. With you around, she's much more relaxed. Is that so? It's all thanks to you working those romance detective charms. But really, Rose, thanks for always helping out. There is no need to thank me. After all, it's my mission in life to carry out romantic justice. Of course. You know, it's really nice seeing you around more often. I did not realize you previously longed for my company. We're friends, aren't we? I just figured we were always off doing your lone wolf important romance cases to solve and whatnot. Perhaps the three of us should go out sometime. I would like to make up for the years of neglect you have suffered. Sounds good to me, but I gotta do the boss thing and tell you it ain't happening until your work's done. Then we will be swift. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm ready to go. Oh man, Romance Cop is suited up. Perfect timing. Romance Cop, let us proceed. I suppose you two will be headed to the school now. Right. We'll be sure to keep an eye out for Mr. Jailbreak on the way. We'll solve both cases in the name of love. Snapdragon Middle School. Man, that's... I mean, is the mascot a dragon? I sure hope so. You two must be from the police department. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Vice Principal Bell. I am Romance Detective. This is my partner, Romance Cop. Heavens, I wasn't expecting them to send the great Romance Detective or something like this. And you're a duo now? How exciting. I mean, keep in mind, Romance, she's not a real detective. Like, I'm pretty sure you have to go through court, like, you know, training, like lots of extensive training. She just got in somehow. I think if anything, Romance Cop, you know, and Romance Detective, I should say, is definitely inspirational because you can just do whatever you want without having to do what people say you have to do. So there you go. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Now go be a detective, guys. Just walk in there, okay? If they tell you no, you gotta push through, okay? Just lift up that caution tape and say, hey, I'm a detective because I believe it in here. My partner and I appear wherever we are needed for romantic justice. Yeah, no crime is too small for this team, so please give us the rundown, ma'am. What happened here? Well, we had a group of students decorating a food stand for the Big Spring Festival. In order to raise money for the school, they were going to sell baked goods, same as every year. But apparently, someone took issue with that, because they decided to sabotage the whole stand. Come with me. Oh man, oh god, it looks vandalized. This is what it looks like as of last night. It's very colorful. Used to be much cuter if you ask me. The students only have today and tomorrow to fix it up and make it presentable. We like to catch the little troublemaker as soon as possible before they have the chance to do something like this again. Could you two find out who did it? Leave it to us. Click on things to investigate them. Yeah, I think this is a new feature. I don't remember last time we have like things to click on, so this is cool. Let's click it. This is the only thing to click. This thing's pretty sturdy. I wonder how old it is. Snapdragon Middle School participates in the Spring Festival annually. They painted and repainted this same stand for as long as I can remember. So it's like a tradition maybe. Whoever made a mess of it's protesting the festival? That is a possibility. However, if we consider what is written here, it is clear that a different motive is much more likely. Oh, wait. I notice guys, what do you notice? I noticed the roses. Are those roses, detective? Do you think this might mean? Impossible. We've already solved that case. But if there's some kid carrying one of those roses around, if they're somehow in circulation again, we at least know how to handle it. Though I haven't noticed any since that incident. We never did figure out what caused the roses to make people act so impulsively. Can we even say we truly solved that case? I suppose not. However, we don't have any leads. Baseless conjecture will not bring us any closer to the truth. Yeah, I guess so. I'll just chalk it up to another one if those things I'm not meant to understand. Like how Cupid is real. Yeah, I mean, true, good point. Look at all this graffiti. This child is very talented. Now's not the time to be impressed, detective, though it does look kind of cool. They didn't have permission to use this as their personal canvas. You know, that's what I've always thought about people that actually do real graffiti. Like, some of it looks really cool, and like, it's like one thing for them to make it look cool, but also how do they get up there? Like, sometimes it's on sides of bridges where there's like no way, there's nowhere to walk. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. It's actually pretty impressive, other than it being vandalism, you know, which I will not stand for on this channel. There's a poem here. You read the poem together. Whoever wrote this would be better off sticking to painting. It's kind of cute though for a middle schooler. So it says, Aster, you're bad, or you're rad as hell. I'm bad as hell. Without you, I'm sad as hell. What the heck? Cute? This bit of writing certainly deserves more praise than that. It's an excellent rhyme? I don't know what it said. But the comparison to hell is intended to mean exceedingly, but it also serves to emphasize the author's state of being in the absence of this Aster character. Brilliant! Okay, but poems are supposed to rhyme. I mean, I guess it does, but you can't just end all the lines the same. That's cheating. First, the paintings, and now this as well. It's kind of what rappers do these days, right? They kind of like a lot of songs you hear like end in the same word. It's just kind of like uncreative, I guess, but they make it work. Rules do not apply to poetry, Romance Cop. There are only guidelines, not to bind words, but to provide a framework for conveying greater meaning. Well, I still think it's cheating. I'll work on your apparent issues with appreciating poetry another time. These well-constructed words have granted us a few clues. Clues, same thing. You're right, it looks like our culprit has a crush on Aster, whoever that is. The vice principal will surely fill us in. Excuse me, there's something I think you could help us out with, ma'am. Oh, what would that be? Does anyone at the school go by the name Aster? Well, yes, but dear little Aster would never be involved in something like this. Besides, she's the one who oversaw the project in the first place. It's part of her job as student secretary. Well, did they ever once think to look at the note that says their name on there? I don't know. Just, I mean, I know we're a detective, kind of, but that's kind of the first thing you would think. Okay, we're not accusing her or anything, but could you please let us talk to her? She might be able to point us in the right direction. Well, I suppose. Is she here at the school today? Well, yes, of course. She has perfect attendance. Classes are just about to be let out, so would you like me to bring her here? Please, and thank you. Oh man, these freaking students look cool. They look like these cool anime characters. Neon punk? You're mad, right? So start yelling. What would that accomplish? I see no point in it. Sound effects, great. What are you, a robot? Normal people would shout at something who wrecks their stuff. Or somebody who wrecks their stuff. Different people express their emotions in different ways. But you never express anything. I just wish you would react sometimes. Oh, Aster, there you are. There are two nice ladies here from the police department that would like to speak to you about what happened. Alright. Oh, so, I mean, that was it right there. The guy was just trying to get a reaction out of her because she's like so bland. Ah, yes, the glasses. That's how you know she had perfect attendance, just like me. No, actually, no. As a kid, as a lad, I hardly went to school, actually. Hello, Aster. I'm Officer Chris, and this is my partner, Romance Detective. We have a few questions for you concerning this graffiti. I don't know anything about it. Well, then I promise this won't take very long. Oh, interrogation time. Let's get her. Do you know who did it? Is there anyone you know who might be responsible for this? No, I don't think so. Even the smallest hint could be helpful to us. If I did happen to see something, I wouldn't have any proof. I'd rather not make any baseless accusations against my classmates. So did you see something? We never said it was our classmates. What if someone jumped through the window and did it? No, nothing. You didn't see anything? I was in the library until sundown. The library can confirm my alibi for you. There's no need. Your answer has given away a crucial fact to the case. A crucial fact? And what could that be? That you have knowledge of when the vandalism occurred. Ah, she's sweating now. Ah, you weren't sure if it happened after school or not, but you just confirmed that for us. Your reasoning is flimsy. I only assumed that was when it took place because of the perpetrator would have been in class otherwise. You're certain it was a student who did this. Again, that should be obvious. I can't imagine a member of the faculty destroying student work in such a way, and that poem could have only been written by someone around my age. So you agreed that the poem is lame. Earlier, I couldn't convince the detective at all, but at least I've got you backing me up on this now. I didn't say it was lame. Her simple approach to writing is actually rather... Even she's praising the writing. Her? Oh, I didn't catch that. I misspoke. You're not wriggling your way out of this one. Tell us what you know. I really have nothing to say. As I told you before, there is no proof. Then why try to hide it from us? I could be mistaken. You don't want to get your friend in trouble, huh? Oh no, we aren't exactly friends, but it would be unfair to me to make accusations based on what could have been a coincidence. That's why I lied. And again, she already screwed up. You really shouldn't lie to the police, but either way, you aren't going to tell us who you're talking about unless there's proof. Is that how it is? Yes, please understand. Well, I forget you said anything, detective. I will tell you one thing, though. If it really was her, she'll be back again tonight. The culprit's going to strike again so soon? How do you know? You could call it intuition, I suppose. I do have glasses. And then we'll hold a stakeout. Aster, could you at least give us some time frame of when the culprit might strike? I mean, can we just wrap our heads that we're at a school? We're at a school trying to... Teachers can do this. Who called the police? People are getting robbed. People are, I'm sure banks are being robbed, and yet we're over here at a freaking school. Okay guys, I'm gonna end that episode there. Don't want to make these episodes too long, but these games are super cute and very funny. So maybe next episode we'll see who's behind the vandalism of this thing, whatever the thing, the stand. Even though we know, but they don't know we know. So yeah, if you guys like this, be sure to leave a like down below. Also subscribe to become part of Scrubville. I'd love to have you guys. And also turn on notifications if you haven't. It's already hard enough as it is to get like videos out. So I'd really appreciate it if you made it this far and you like my content. Please turn on notifications. It really would mean a lot to me. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'm Bijuu Mike, and I'll see you scrubs in the next episode of whatever I'm doing. Bye guys.